started at York College in 1971. I love this place. It doesn't matter whether you're a professor or groundskeeper, you're still part of the family.
I'm extremely proud of York College. I was proud of it then, and now it's just amazing.
I grew up in York, and York College became a 4-year program and offered the medical technology degree. That's where I met 3 of my classmates, and we were part of the first graduating class of York College of Pennsylvania with a 4-year degree. All of us worked together at York Hospital for over 40 years.
The one thing I do remember that was really special was in the evening that we would dress up to go to the dining room for dinner, and we would sit around a table with maybe 10 or 12 of us, and we would be waited on by fellow students and really talked and enjoyed campus life around the dining room table.
We were officially founded in 1787. That is the York County Academy. Across town in 1873, York Collegiate Institute opened. As more and more public schools opened, private schools became less and less in demand. So in 1929, the 2 schools combined. By the 1930s, it was becoming evident that what was really needed was the junior college. And by 1941, they became York Junior College. We quickly outgrow our land on College and Duke Street. We exercise an option to buy the golf course or the outdoor club. In 1961, we begin starting to have classes here, but we're fully moved over in 1962. Within 6 years, we'd become a 4-year college. That is 50 years ago.
I never intended to stay for more than 4 decades. Teaching is the fun part, it really is. Working with students, it tends to keep you young, well, at least psychologically. People retire to do what I've done my whole life.
My job when I became full-time athletic director was basketball coach, golf coach, intramural director in charge of facilities. I think currently there's about 7 people that do that one job now.
I've been here in some capacity or another for 42 years. I was director of elementary ed. I've had the honor and pleasure of stepping into the lives of about 2,000 individuals who wanted to become teachers.
I started in September of 1972. I became actively involved with the radio station, and I took the radio station from about 15 to 18 students to, when I retired, about 200 active, involved students.
I first met my wife probably in 2000. Let me retake that. I first met my wife in 2000, because if I get a probably in there, then We went on our first date in December, but we originally met, we had class before that, and I remember I kept turning around and checking the time, but it was really because she sat behind me.
The presidents we've had are kind of interesting because each one I knew has had a different influence. Dr. Miller, who was very much tasked with turning a 2-year school into a 4-year school. And after him, Bob Yosway was looking very much at the quality of the college. If you look at George Waldner's years, they were years of expansion, acquisition, increasing student enrollments. And now I notice that Dr. GS has started getting closer to the community again, and I've seen growth in the diversity of the campus. It's exciting to watch the changes.
My claim to fame was 2 friends that I ran around with decided that they were going to set a world record for treading water. We lasted 18 hours. The newspapers were there, the radio stations, television stations. That was like my big adventure.
Boy, the athletic facilities changed tremendously. Wolf Gym, where we played basketball, also served as an auditorium. There were sometimes I'd show up on campus hoping to have practice, and it was set up for some sort of music program that night. 04-05, our team made it to the Division III Final Four, playing for a national championship. That was a wild time on campus. To play for a national championship helps spread the word about how great an institution York College is through athletics.
This is the City of York's institution. We're celebrating over 230 years of York College and its role in higher education. And so it's really important to think about how far we've come to serve the next generations of students.
When I first came here, I have to say, it was kind of bland.
There were no traditions, basically, and we talked about trying to start traditions.
When we became seniors, Terry was class president. He said, we got to work on giving the college a gift.
We had to be creative. We didn't have any money. The rock was kind of a no-brainer because it didn't cost anything. Vince went and talked with Dr. Miller.
And I said to him, as a gift to the college, we want to give a tradition. And I explained it to him. He would cross his legs, and when he would get excited or when he would get concerned, the motion of his one leg over the other would speed up. And he sat back and he looked at me and he said, you know, Vin, that leg started kicking like crazy. He said, I think this is an excellent idea. It was like, I couldn't believe it. I sold it.
Signing it was really exciting, and I think it was a rite of passage. Wow, it's pretty neat.
I guess I look upon it as opportunity. The opportunities here were limitless.